Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I'm going to present to you about a poster which is called How We Can Grow MSU. It is done by our group members called Sarah, Sumitra, KHAIRAH, and SHIMA, and also me. As my name is ZAHIRA BATRISYIA. I'll be presenting to you about why we chose this topic. So the reason why we chose this topic is because we want to know, we were discussing which the the perfect way which can also save the earth, be a greener choice for the students to come to MSU. So first we're gonna take a look at our poster. It is inspired by the Visit Malaysia. It is inspired by the batik of Visit Malaysia, and also the batik is actually from Visit Malaysia. And we decided to do like a stamp because next year, Visit Malaysia 2026, it is you can say they are focused more on heritage, and they wanted to bring out all the classic stuff. So that's why I chose STEM, because STEM was the hit on the days before the era of technology. So why we chose this topic is because we want to find a way for us to come to MSU in a better way, in an eco-friendly way. And our slogan is Less Asap, More Gerak.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Puja Aniskara and I'm taking Diploma in Office Management. So, the solution that I chosen for MSU is the use of e-hailing services as a transportation option for students. So e-hailing provides convenient and flexible travel, especially since students currently rely on limited van service that may be inconvenient or time consuming. With e-hailing, students can travel without waiting and managing their time more efficiently. So e-hailing also helps reduce traffic conjunctions by encouraging shared mobility instead of private vehicles ownership. Some e-hailing service use fuel efficient or hybrid vehicles, which supports environmental sustainability by reducing carbon emissions. However, there are also disadvantages. Safety is a concern, as MSU has limited control over drivers and accidents may occur. The cost of frequent e-hailing use may also be high for students also. So in addition, poor management of picking up and drop off areas could cause congestions. Therefore, proper planning and guidelines are needed to ensure e-hailing benefits both students and MSU. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is SHIMA. I'm from Dove. Today I would like to talk about sustainable campus transportation, and I have choose public transport. Public transport affordable, which helps students save money on daily travel. So help reduce traffic congestion on campus. Fewer people rely on private vehicle. However, it is environmentally friendly, as it reduces air pollution and lowers carbon emission. However, there are some disadvantages. Sometimes the service can be delayed because passengers to wait longer, especially during peak hours. The transport may also break down, which can disrupt travel plans. In addition, when there are many passengers, the waiting time increase, which can be inconvenient for both student and staff. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi to Madam Rahima. My name is Siti MAISARAH CHAHAL binti ABDULLAH. I'm from course DIM, Diploma in Management. So right now I'll be talking about the third solution. This is the solution that I thought about, is implementing beam mobility for MSU. So the reason why I choose beam mobility, because beam mobility is already existing in some states in Malaysia, because it is a shared electric scooter. So beam mobility is for short distance because it is a micro mobility transport scooter. So one of the pros for beam mobility is that it is environmental friendly because beam mobility is an electric powered scooter, so it means that it emits zero exhaustion. So my second pros for beam mobility is that it improves students' mobility. This is because at MSU, students have to wait for a van and it is not always available, and sometimes students can't wait according to the van's times. So sometimes students may get past the according time and they might be late, or maybe the van is not there, so it's hard for them. So when they use beam mobility, beam is easy to access and it's everywhere around if MSU decides to implement here. So it means that students can access it anytime they want, so this is why it improves students' mobility. So my last pros is that beam mobility will for sure reduce the traffic congestion that MSU usually faces, especially during peak hours, since MSU is a quite small campus. So during peak hours when the classes are done and when students want to go home, lecturers or even workers, it will for sure have traffic at front of MSU. So when you have beam mobility, students will choose to go on a scooter because beam mobility is a scooter, so there will be not much traffic as before. And if beam mobility is available here, then it means students won't have to bring their own car here. However, there are also cons by implementing beam mobility here at MSU for MSUians and also for MSUians management. First and foremost, it is the most important con because it involves safety. So it is about safety risks that students may face, and if anything happens, MSU will for sure have to take the blame, especially if someone launches a report or something, if the student gets injured. But since it's from MSU, so people will blame MSU. Following that, my second con is misuse and poor parking. So since beam mobility is mostly going to be used by students at MSU, so it of course means that some students may not have the decency to park it properly. They may leave it at places that they're not supposed to leave it. They might not even know where the designated spots for the beam mobility is. Not only that, if they use it wrongly and it gets broken, MSU will have to pay and MSU will have to face the consequences. So lastly, my last con is how it will cost MSU for them to implement beam mobility here around the campus. Not only it will cost, but it will also need proper planning and meetings for MSU to actually plan this whole beam mobility out. MSU has to think it through because they have to build scooter lanes, parking spots, and also each own beam mobility location for around the campus, so that students will know the route of every destination that they want to go and if it is available. So that was all from me. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is SUMITERAH. I am taking DIM course for PEC 100 final project. I am team up with IRA, KHAIRAH, SARA and SHIMA. For the conclusion, after evaluating the 3 transportations, e-hailing services, beam transport and public transportation, our team has finally selected public transportation as the final solution to promote sustainable transport on campus. This is because public transportation offer the greatest environmental and social benefit compared to the other options. Using a public transportation can reduce carbon release and traffic jams and parking demand in campus area. In comparison, e-hailing services still increase the number of vehicles on the road, and beam transport is limited by the short travel distance, weather conditions and safety issues. Public transportation is more affordable, accessible to all users, and suitable for handling a large of number of students, staff, and visitors. Overall, public transportation is best suited for Green Campus program in order to promote a clean and sustainable campus environment during the Vivid Malaysia celebration. Thank you.